Hey, this is back to myself. Nofap update day number. I started off from May 21st. So that means today is 9th of July. 39 plus 9. Day 48 of Nofap. And my excuse for recording this video this time at 10 p.m. is because I ate some mushroom. I forgot to have a look what it's called in English, but I only ate like 1/4 of the mushroom, of the top of it, of the dry one. And I wouldn't say that I feel anything, but I just took off my iPod. I was just listening to music on my iPod, and the joy I felt of listening to music, it was similar to those when you listen to music at days of Nofap after around 100. You know, the further you go with Nofap, the better the music sounds. I hope you noticed that, or you felt that someday. And yeah, I wouldn't say it felt exactly the same as much, but it was almost like I was feeling it after 100 days of Nofap. So it was really, really, really nice to listen to music. Yeah, everything is going well. Well, sort of. I don't have any internet. I have like 100 megabit once every 3 days, which only lasts me for about, 10 minutes, just to visit a couple of websites that I need. And that's about it. So I don't have internet. I haven't had internet for the last, maybe 10 days or something. And I'm planning to get back on internet probably after 23rd of July or something. So yeah, this Nofap streak. Well, to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to call this a streak, because the streak would mean that it has both the beginning and the end, and to be honest, I wouldn't want to have this ending, this streak. So I wouldn't want to call this a streak. I just say I'm on Nofap. I just don't want to fap. I just don't want to watch porn. I just don't want to masturbate. I'm tired of that shit. Like, I'm really tired of that shit. Yeah, as I told you in one of my last videos, there is one more thing that I started doing besides other things. So what I do every day, I started taking cold showers 2 weeks prior to starting this streak. So I have been taking cold showers for the past, I think, around 2 months. Sometimes, like today, I take it twice a day. I took it both in the morning time, because today, the first time that I was running 4 kilometers instead of 2. So that's why I needed to take 2 times cold shower, because I came back after 2 kilometers, did my yoga exercises. It's not really yoga, but I told you before, it's my 5 Tibetans riots, Rite. 5 Tibetans Rite. So yeah, so I do cold showers every bloody day. Maybe I missed probably like once in these 2 months. Also, I do my 5 Tibetans every bloody day. Now I'm doing 21 repetition. I finally doing 21 repetitions. I got up to 21 probably like a week ago. So I'm now doing full 21 repetitions of my 5 Tibetans. And I'm not planning on stopping that. That's for sure. I mean, sometimes, yeah, I'm quite lazy to start. I'm quite lazy, like I'm not prone like to doing it in the morning, but in the end of the day I always do it sooner or later. So that's number 2, what I do every bloody day. Number 3, what I do starting from this streak, or probably even earlier, I do intermittent fasting. Sometimes I do it 36 hours, sometimes I do it only 24, but I do it every bloody Sunday. So I start from Saturday evening up until Monday morning, sometimes late Sunday evening, but I do it also every bloody Sunday. And the bigger goal of intermittent fasting, I want to do, and yeah, once I did like probably like 48 hours, but I plan to do like at least 72 hours in a nearest, I don't know, month, probably, hopefully. But the problem is that I haven't had a single day with my intermittent fasting on distilled water. So I usually drink the regular water, which is not quite right. You need to drink distilled water, so there is no minerals in it. And the problem with that is that you need some stuff to do it in the fridge. You need not the fridge, you need the refrigerator, or the fridge, the one that freezes food. Yeah, so I need to do that too. So that's number 3, cold showers, 5 Tibetans, and intermittent fasting. And number 4, what I do, yeah, I started jogging. And up until recently I was jogging like once in 2 days in the morning. But starting probably like a week or 2 ago, I started doing it on a daily basis. I think I missed it like probably once, because I just didn't feel like it. But I decided to do it every day, because what I noticed is when you do warm-ups before I need to do like my 5 Tibetans, usually I would go to the bathroom, take a cold shower, like, cold in the morning, and then I would go to do the warm-ups before the 5 Tibetans. And what I noticed, that it's quite hard for the joints to be flexible in the morning. So I decided that I'm gonna do it like the way that we did when I was 14 to 16 years old, I was in a military lyceum. So what we would do, we would get up, go and take a piss, and we would go outside and started like jogging for 1 kilometer or 2, and then we would do the warm-ups, and then we would do another jogging. So I decided to do it the same. I get up, I do some Tibetan, I don't know, some exercises for the face, and just the 5-minute stuff. It's irrelevant. And then I get up, go and drink some water. I drink around 300 milliliters of water, preferably with lemon juice. And then I take a shit. And then I put on my shoes and I would go. I have on my land quite a nice piece of flat land, because usually it's like mountains. But I have some piece of, I have one like circle around 100 meters long. So I do it like that, like that. And this is where I do my joggings. So I jog for 1.5 kilometers. Then I do the warm-ups over there, which takes me another 10 minutes. And then I do another jogging, not much, probably like 600 meters. And then I come back to my house, take a shower, take a cold shower, which is quite nice after you've done the jogging and the warm-ups. And then I relax for a bit, like for 5 minutes or so, and then I do my 5 Tibetans, which is quite nice, to be honest. Sometimes I feel like running every day is a little bit too much, so I'm hoping I'm gonna get used to it, because sometimes you just really don't feel like doing it. But overall, yeah, I like it. So yeah, this is how it is going. And yeah, so it was number 4. So you have cold showers, 5 Tibetans, intermittent fasting, and jogging. 4 things. And 5th thing that I do every day, starting probably almost from the beginning of this trick, which I told you in one of my last videos, and I do it like every bloody day, is I sit on my knees in between my laps. I don't know if it makes sense. Like if I would stand like this, get on my knees, and then sit with my ass in between my legs. Do you know what I mean? And you have to touch with your ass the ground. And I spend quite a lot of time on that. I sit first for 3.5 minutes before my 5 Tibetans, and then I sit after 5 Tibetans, after I've done all the 6 rites that I do. Usually it's 5, but there is 6th one, which is supposed to take your energy up your spine, like Kundalini yoga. And after that I again do this stuff for 7 minutes. So it takes me 10 minutes just this one thing in the morning, and also I do it in the evening, 7 minutes also. So I'm doing that, and I think I'm gonna continue doing it as long as it helps me to stay away from the urges. And basically the urges haven't been there for the last couple of weeks, but probably like today there were like some emerging images and thoughts, and sometimes it's scary to me. I'm like really physically scared of them. Like I'm scared that once I let my guards down and they get in again, and which is why I'm doing all this stuff every bloody day, and I'm gonna continue doing it until I'm in full control of my body and my thoughts and my vices and my urges. So yeah, so that's number 5. I do it like every bloody day. And the 6th rite of my 5 Tibetans, I also do it every bloody day. It's another probably like 5 minutes of my time every day. If you are interested, you can Google it, what the 6th rite mean, but basically it's because of the PMO that I started doing 5 Tibetans, specifically because of the 6th rite. The 6th rite, the 6th exercise of the 5 Tibetans, is the one that's supposed to take your, well, basically like sperm, but probably it's not sperm, it's like your energy, metaphysical. It's on metaphysical level, I think, which is supposed to take it upwards from the lower chakras into your, like, through your spine into your head, which basically supposed to keep the energy away from the lower part of your body, because if it stays, the energy, the sperm, in the lower part, this is when you get the urges. It just needs to come out. Especially if you start like fantasizing. This is why people have nocturnal emissions, which I usually don't. I usually don't have. If you remember, once I had once a 7-month streak, which was the longest one in my life, and I didn't have a nocturnal emission up until almost the end of the streak. This is when I was starting to fuck up. When I was, I was watching like YouTube too much and I let my guards down. So I had my nocturnal emission probably like on day 200, which was basically almost the end of the streak. And I fucked up around 210 days, which was one of the biggest bloody mistakes of my fucking life. I wouldn't have struggled this much afterwards. It's been like a couple of years now since I fucked up after that time. And the longest streak that I had was, I don't know, 100 and... what was it? The last time that I fucked up, 110 days or something, which was, I think, in April. Yeah, also was stupid. I was watching advertisements on the internet, trying to earn the bloody pennies. And this is when I fucked up. So yeah, this video I think turned out to be quite long, so everything is going quite alright. I went to the village today. The situation with coronavirus is like really, really bad. It's like disastrous. It's like every other person has some relative or some neighbor that is struggling with corona, or the temperature, or with a lungs disease or whatever. So yeah, I am still non-smoker. I hope that I'm a non-smoker for life, but with smoking you never know. I'm already over 7 months. There is a big connection in between your vices, and the cure to them sometimes is similar. For example, if you are a smoker and you want to get rid of it, and if you masturbate and you want to get rid of it, sometimes the cure is basically the similar. If you want to quit both of them. The nature of addictions is practically similar. This is what I mean. So I started rereading. I think it's the 4th time that I'm rereading it. It's like an internet website, but it's put like in a PDF file, so it's like a book. I think I knew it before, but the structure of it is similar to Alan Carr's book, The Easy Way to Stop Smoking. So basically what I'm rereading is about Nofap, how to get rid of the masturbation and pornography addiction. But it's built on Alan Carr's book, Easy Way to Stop Smoking. So yeah, if you are familiar with any of those two, or with Alan Carr's book, you should try and rethink about it and apply it to Nofap. But there is still, this is the thought that I had, there is still something missing about it, because the first time that I read it, I think I had like a 5-month streak of Nofap, and then I had my 7-month streak, which was because of the understanding, the idea in that Nofap website course. But there was still something missing, and I think I found what was missing. That's just my opinion. I think in order to conquer it, there should be 2 things simultaneous. One, which is you have to understand everything about Nofap and about addiction, and which is like mental thing. You have to have a mindset of a non-fapper. Like, the idea is like you have to have in your head, similar to when you have a boiling water, you wouldn't put your hand in it, would you? So this is the same way that you have to go around fapping. Like, it's just not something you do. But that's not enough. That's the that's the mental thing that you gotta have in your head. But there is also, which I think, but it's not now 100% sure, but it's just my guess, that there is also physical thing that is gonna sooner or later fuck you up if you are in somewhere just a little bit careless. When you just get your guards down just for a little bit, and this is when you're gonna get fucked up with your urges. So in order to conquer that, you need to do something with your physical stuff, with your physical body, with your physical energy, with your physical sperm. So this is why I take cold showers. This is why I do intermittent fasting. This is why I do 6th Rite of my 5 Tibetans. And this is why I do that thing that I told you when I sit in between my laps. on my knees for 17 minutes every bloody day. So this is in order to do something about that energy. That's just my opinion. Let's see how it works later. Probably I'm wrong, probably not. But it's just my guess that I think something is missing in my understanding from what I reread now the 4th time about that website course. It's really great. That website is really great. The guy that is putting it out there is really like have this really great understanding of Nofap. And I think his idea that he put he took the idea from Alan Carr's how to get rid of the smoking addiction into Nofap. And I think that really works because all addictions are similar in the way why people are addicted to them. This is my thinking. This is my guess. Okay, I think this video has been long quite enough now. So I hope you all do well. You take care. Bye bye.